4-0 to the death, yeah, I said it. Baltimore, Bodymore, what's the difference? Sipping new bottles like I'm Patrick Brewing. Get into it, time to be a favorite nuisance. Stone Cold. When
Welcome back to another episode of Body More Bottles with your host, Fonzarelli, a.k.a. Ken Whiskey Jr., a.k.a. Patrick Brewing. And today we got an episode that probably should be a blind, but it's just me, so we're going to kick it off. Today we're going to be reviewing, well, I don't know if we're going to be reviewing them because I might have reviewed one of these already. I'm not too sure, I don't remember, but we're going to see which one is the best. We got 3 bottles of the Blue Run. And like I said, we're going to see which one stands above all. So up first, I just showed it to you. We got the Blue Run Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Reflection number 2. I got the Reflection number 1 around here somewhere, but I couldn't find it. Well, so I would have threw that one in here too. But Reflection number 2 is 100 proof, 50% alcohol by volume. I don't quite know the mash bill of it, but Blue Run puts out a good product. The Reflection 1 was pretty good. I might have bought that Reflection 1, matter of fact, now that I think about it. I think that's what happened to Reflection 1. Reflection 1 might be deceased. But if you find the Reflection 1, I suggest you go ahead and buy it because they're not making those anymore. Once the Reflection's done, that's it. They on to the next. So they came out with Reflection 2. It might have been like $90 or $100. That's what they usually run, $90 or $100. Maybe you might find one for $80. You might find one for $120. Anywhere between that $80 to $120 range, I think the Blue Runs have usually been worth it to me. So up first, we got the Reflection 2. You can see the color there. Little regular amber bourbon color, not too light, you know. I'm not too sure how old this is either. Does it say on here? No, it just says a meticulously balanced, sweet, and spicy bourbon. Doesn't tell you how old, so I'm assuming it's at least 2 years old. Anyway, that's the color. Let's go for the nose. A lot of caramel, vanilla, that usual bourbon aroma. You can pick up some of the oak, some of the burnt oak in there. And I'm getting like some fruit as well, I could say. Kind of like a banana, like the little yellow stuff inside the banana a little bit. Cheers. Does have that spice on the back end. Sweet on the front end. On the back end, you get a little bit of that spice. Let's see if we can get any other notes out of it. Now, that's the best I can do for you right there, but it's good. I give that one solid 3.4 body bags out of 5 on a Body More Bottle scale. Up next, we have a special edition from Blue Run. Last year sometime they dropped this. This is the Blue Run Kentucky Straight Double Oak Rye Whiskey. You see, I probably should have did that to the camera. Comes in this nice box. Might be made of wood, might not. It opens up like this. The phantom doors on it. And you pull it out the box. Pause. And inside we have our nice bottle of Blue Run. As you can see, the butterflies are different. You know, you got a nice chrome butterfly on this one. This one's got the wooden butterfly on it. This is they came out with a couple different versions of it. This is barrel 06F. So I guess it was different barrels that they had that they put together to make this collection. But this is 06F. It's 52.75% alcohol by volume. That's 105.5 proof. It's got the date in 2023, summer 2023 batch. But it doesn't tell me how old it is. Maybe I can find out how old it is. Let me do some research on that. All right, so this was released. They had released 10 different barrels. This must have been the sixth one. And it released them for Father's Day last year in 2023. So it's double oaked, and I don't know what the actual age statement on it is, but I do know that that means that they aged it in one barrel. I guess a new American oak barrel, charred American oak barrel. Then they aged it for an additional 2 years in a medium toast barrel. So we know that it's at least 2 years old. The other, they probably had it in the other barrel before that for another 2 years at least. So we can say it's about a 4-year-old at least whiskey. Get ourselves a pour here. This, like I said, it probably would have been better if it was a blind. Then I could tell you, like, oh, I like this one better than this one, and you could see for a fact that, like, I don't know which one is which, but it's just me, so I'm going to know which one is which. I'm just going to give you my honest opinion, like I always do. That's what y'all come here for. That's what I'm going to give you. Pause. But as you can see, this one's a little bit darker. I think so. Yeah. You see, this one's a little bit darker, probably because of the double barrel aging. Might have been aged for a little bit longer, but it goes in one barrel, gets some color, then it goes in another barrel. It's going to get a little bit more color. So it's a little bit dark there. It's a rye whiskey. So we can expect some spice probably. Yeah. You get some bacon spices on the nose. I couldn't tell you which one, but it also smells very sweet. Going for taste test. Cheers. Yeah, it's got that peppery spice on the back end. Tastes a little floral. A little floral. A little bit of honey. Like a little bit of honey sweetness just for a flash. And like it's a spice, but it's kind of sweet. It's kind of like a cinnamon flavor, but yeah, I think it's like a big red. You know how a big red is spicy. It's that kind of cinnamon spice. It's not like a sweet cinnamon spice, like a like like a cinnamon roll. I'm gonna give that one. It's got a nice finish on it too. Like it lingers around. I guess it's that. What was it? 100 and my bag 108 or 116 proof. 105.5. So it doesn't drink like 105, but the finish lets you know like that it's got a hefty amount of alcohol in there. So I'm going to give that one. I like that one a little bit better than the Reflection 2. I'm going to give that one 3.8. 3.8 body bags out of 5 on the bottom of bottle scale. It's flirting with the 4, but I can't just give it a 4 yet. I'm gonna give it a 3.8. While I sit here and cleanse the palate with these pretzels, let's get a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Truth Outfitters. Established in 2004, Truth Outfitters is an abstract, expressive clothing line. They've made a name for themselves in Baltimore by selling hand painted, custom pieces over the years. The look, and wit, their clothing line visually reflects the beauties and ironies of life itself from their own perspective. Truth Outfitters is designed at a street level to meet you where you are honestly and push you forward styled in a dope look. Now, in their 17th year, Truth continues to create products that convey their unadulterated truth and ultimately challenge you in the voice of your own style. Follow them at Truth Outfitters on Instagram or go on their website, truthoutfittersapparel.com, to cop some dope garments. Where art, fashion, and honesty meet, you get truth. And make sure you put that truth in all caps. All right. I was with my sponsor, Truth Outfitters. Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Truth Ensembles. That's their new Instagram. So follow them over there. But last but not least, we got the Red Butterfly, the Chosen from the good folks over at Taste Select Repeat. And the reason I went with this one was because they drop nothing but bangers over at Taste Select Repeat. When they do their barrel picks, you know it's going to be a banger. So you might as well just go ahead and cop it. So that's why I went with the Chosen from Taste Select Repeat, because the other two was expressions that the distillery wanted to put out. This one is an expression of a barrel that this is a barrel that they picked. They got together, they went out there, they tasted different barrels, and this was the best one they tasted. So they bought it and now they're putting it out for us. So it's kind of like, how can I put it? Like if you go to the if you go apple picking, what's the apple juice company? Mott's. Let's say you go to the Mott's apple farm and you go apple picking. Yeah, it's the juice that they got out on the shelves that they putting out that they want the people to have. But you can go there yourself and pick your own apple, taste them, pick your own apples from different trees, and make your own apple juice. That's what they did. They went, found the barrel that they like, and they put it out for us. So we're gonna see how different this barrel is from the other barrels that Blue Runner put out for us, and we're gonna see which one tastes better. So let's get us a pour of the TSR Chosen one. Uh, I don't know how old this one is with a mash bill on it. Let's do some research real quick. All right, so I went to Taste Select Repeat website, and they still have bottles that's available, so you can still go cop one. Go to tasteselectrepeat.com, click barrel picks, and they still have bottles of their Chosen. The description says the cask strength single barrel of straight Kentucky bourbon is old enough for the fourth grade. It was distilled and bottled in Bardstown and has a high corn mash bill. It commemorates TSR's third anniversary and season 10 and them of the Black and Brown podcast. It was hand selected by Bill Stevens, Delvin Joyce. Well, hold on. My bad. It was hand selected by the Silverback, the Delvin Joyce, the People's Choice, and the Plug. Brody Whitlock, who is Brody Whitlock? Brody Whitlock, I think, is Whiskey and JoJo, and Pierre Auguste and OJ Lima. A true collector's item, its first store pick released by Blue Run, Chosen single barrel program. So this is the first barrel from the Blue Run's Chosen barrel picks program. TSR always got a stunt, don't they? They did that with the Alpha, the Elijah Craig barrel proof single barrel pick. Theirs was the first one to come out, but it gives you the barrel number. Distillery was undisclosed distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. Age is undisclosed, but they told us that it's old enough to be in the fourth grade. How old are you in the fourth grade? Like 9, 8, 9 years old. So this is an 8, 9 year old bourbon here we got here. The barrel was heavy toast. Heavy toast char number 2. The mash bill, I think the chars go up to 4. Or might is I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in alligator. Alligator is like the darkest. So 2 might be a light char with heavy toast. So I think that means that they char the inside, then they put it in like an oven to toast. So they probably gave it a light char on the inside, put it in the oven, and let it toast in the oven for longer. The mash bill was undisclosed, but high corn mash bill. Entry proof was 125. The final proof is 123.2. That's 61.6% alcohol by volume. Yielded 180 bottles. They lost 33% of the barrel. So this is the highest percentage and highest proof of alcohol out of the 3. We got to say it's the oldest because it's old enough to be in the 4th grade. The color, I think it's about as dark as the double oak. Maybe because they toasted the barrel and charred it. Nice nose. Can't really tell you indistinctly what I'm getting, but the nose is very approaching, very nice, makes you want to get a sip of it. It's not too much of the alcohol vapors burning the nostrils. And for it to be such a high proof, you would expect that, but it's not too much of that here. So it's a very mellow, approachable whiskey. Let's go on for the taste test. Cheers. Very sweet up front. Not so much of that pepper in the back. A little bit of it, but not so much. That's probably smoother than the other 2, and it has the highest percent of alcohol by volume inside of it. So that's a positive in my book. Let's go for another taste. A bit of that cinnamon heat, some of that vanilla, a little bit of floralness in there. But and on the back end, you get a little bit of that spice. The flavor lingers around. That's how you know the alcohol content is higher than the other 2, because the flavor, the finish is very strong, very long pause, but it's a good way because the longer you sit there without drinking it, you can still get flavors, and it make you want to get another drink. So that's a positive in my book. For it to be so high in alcoholic content, you don't get that when you're drinking it. Don't burn your chest a lot. I think it's well worth the price point. That's something you can enjoy. You're going to pour it in your cup. Before you know it, it's going to be gone, and you're going to be pouring another one. I'm going to give that one a solid 4. As an everyday drinker, but like it's so good you want to drink it every day, but it's a special bottle, so you want to save that bottle for special occasions. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to stick with 4. 4 out of 5 on the body more. Nah, I'm going to go up. I'm going to give that one a 4.3. 4.3 out of 5. Y'all did a good job picking that bottle. So, in conclusion, on this episode, we done discovered that the Blue Run chosen by Taste Select Repeat is the winner. So I suggest you go Taste Select Repeat and get yourself a bottle first. And then if you see some other chosen bottles, if like a liquor store around your way do barrel picks and they went and got a chosen barrel, or somewhere you see somebody did a bourbon group or something, they did a pick and they got themselves a bottle. Pick it up. You might like that as well. Second runner up was that double oak with the Lambo doors. At double oak rye whiskey. And the bronze medal goes to Reflection 2. But Reflection 2 is still a strong drink. So you're not going to get the double oak anymore. You can still go and taste select repeat and get the chosen one from them. And the Reflection 2 should be in stores. And if you see the Reflection 1, I suggest you pick it up. If you see the Golden Rye, I suggest you pick it up. Blue Run puts out quality product each and every time. It's like Blue Magic, baby. Same brand. I stamp it. You know, it's just the same thing. If you see it, you know it's going to be good, so you might as well cop it. It's been another episode of Body More Bottles with Joel Bonzarelli, a.k.a. Ken Whiskey Jr. You know what I'm here to tell you. Make sure you drink responsibly. Be safe, but stay dangerous. And most importantly of all, body them bottles. Peace.
Talking about
Be professional.
We don't talk. We do what we do.
Y'all just talking street stuff.
We don't talk. We do what we do.